Alright, here's my first attempt at making a video. We'll see how this goes on how to make frosting, very easily pipeable frosting, okay? So we'll start with the ingredients first. You're going to need 2 sticks of butter, half a cup of butter, like so. You can use half unsalted and 1 salted, or you can use both salted. It's up to you. You're going to throw that in your KitchenAid or your stand mixer, and you're going to let that mix for about 4 minutes. Then you're going to throw your shortening in, half a cup of your shortening, all vegetable shortening, any shortening that you like. What this does, it helps the consistency and it helps keep it pipeable, so you can keep, like if you're doing roses or anything like that, they'll actually keep the edges actually pretty nice, and then you can keep the frosting at room temperature without going a little crazy. Right after you have that, then you're going to put powdered sugar in. I usually do about 2 cups for each half a cup. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6 cup of powdered sugar, or you can do 5 depending on if you want a smoother, spreadable frosting. And then I have my timer. I love my timer because that kind of just keeps me on track, that I don't overmix too much. Once I have that in there, then I'll put a teaspoon of my vanilla extract in there. And if I want a little bit more of a sweetness, I'll put 1/4 of a teaspoon of my almond extract. This is unnecessary. It's just a little bit, you know, it just adds a little bit more flavor to it because I like almond. But if you just want vanilla, you can just do the teaspoon of the vanilla, and that'll not make it too sweet because the powdered sugar already makes it sweet. Right after that, you're going to add your heavy whipping cream. So I usually do 1 tablespoon per half a cup. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of your heavy whipping cream. All right, let's get started. We're going to start the stand mixer right here. And I usually have it kind of go a little slowly first. And then we'll mix it on pretty high. I'll go all the way to 6, and then I'll let that go for about 4 minutes. I will see you later. Hey guys, so this has been going on for 4 minutes. As you can see, I'm getting my shortening ready. And this is the consistency of what it's looking like. And remember, I had it at a state that we have one of these KitchenAids. I'm going to slowly turn that off. And then I'm going to lower this down so I can throw my shortening in there. So this is what you want it to look like, a very kind of shiny kind of texture, very smooth too. I'm just gonna toss the shortening in there, and I'm gonna let that mix for a little while. We'll see how long it takes. I've really never timed this before, so we'll see. Let's check back. All right guys, I'm guessing this probably takes a minute or 2, as I didn't really stop the timer at 4. So this is what it's looking like. Isn't that so pretty? So really shiny, like so. I'm going to slow this down so you can actually see the texture. I'm going to, 1 cup at a time, put powdered sugar in there. So you don't want it really packed, you want it nice and loose, okay? So you're just going to do 1 cup. I really don't, you know, kind of use a little scraper or anything like that. I kind of just eyeball it. So that's 1 cup. And then we're going to flip this on. And for this one, you want to go nice and slow because you don't want the powdered sugar to go all the way. So all you're going to do is you're just going to go to the stir. And you're just going to let that stir for a few seconds, and then you can just use that. Kind of gives you a timer element right there. So that kind of gives you an idea. But I don't really base this on time. I base this on how it looks. So once it looks like most of the powdered sugar is combined, just like so, you have it kind of clumping like that, I turn that off, I lower it down, and then I repeat the process, okay? We are going to do this until we do 6 cups. All right, so here we go. This is going to be my 6th cup of powdered sugar. This is what it's looking like so far. Very thick consistency. This is my 6th cup right here. It's not always full, that's okay. And we're going to let that shift nice and slow. Right after this, once it's pretty combined, what you're going to do is you're going to put the vanilla extract in there. Or you can actually use any flavor you want. Vanilla is usually a really good base. And then you can add almond, you can add lemon. Oh, lemon's so good. So this looks like it's pretty combined. I mean, it doesn't have to be fully because we're going to add the liquid in there, okay? So we're going to turn that off. I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to add the 1 teaspoon, if you can see that. Oh my goodness, can you see that? 1 teaspoon, there you go. 1 teaspoon of your vanilla extract, okay? So let me see if probably can't do this with one hand, so I'm just gonna add it in and then we'll come back to it, okay? All right, so I have added my vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, as you can kind of see it in there. We're gonna let that mix nice and easy. So I kind of start slow first, trying to really get the bottom, because the bottom usually some powdered sugar will kind of stay and stick down there. And I slowly go a little faster. This is about a 4 right here, or a 6. Nice and easy to combine. There you go. That actually looks pretty good. So I'm not gonna add the almond extract just because I'm gonna make this frosting for a little baby for her first cake smash session. So now we're gonna add the heavy whipping cream, and I like to do that 1 tablespoon at a time because it just varies with the consistency too. So you can see 1 tablespoon of our heavy whipping cream. Okay, I'll put that in and I'm gonna let that mix. I'm gonna do about 2, and then I'll kind of show you the last one, and then you can really see the consistency actually all come together. Okay, so this is about 2 tablespoons already. I just want to show you the consistency. So you see that right there, it's actually pretty spreadable, so you can actually just use it here, but I kind of like it a little bit more smoother. So I'm going to add 1 more cup. 1 more, not cup. Ooh, a cup is too much. I'm actually going to use 1 more tablespoon of your heavy whipping cream. Okay, so we'll get back to it when we do that. The whole process really takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Probably not that much, just because I've been pausing the video. But once you have all your ingredients all set, you can actually whip this together pretty quick, and it comes out so beautifully. So you can see right here. I'm just going to go that down, and you want to make sure that you're scraping. You can't really see it with the white, but you're still going to have powdered sugar underneath the white right here. So you want to make sure you're scraping all of the edges. Okay, so I'm going to scrape that and then give it another whip for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then you can stop right here if you just want white frosting. And I'll add another video right underneath this. I'll probably just try to mix it all together. We'll see how this video turns out with mixing colors, and today we're going to do pink and mint. Yay! Alright, so we're going to start coloring. So what I'm going to do is just going to show you, we're going to do pink. I like the little squeeze gel color. It just makes my life a lot easier, so I can control how the color comes out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate this in 2 batches. So I usually don't use a measuring cup to separate, but for video purposes, we will do that. So let's start doing that. So I've taken about 2 cups of the frosting out. This is how much is left over. It actually doesn't look like much, but I really don't need that much because I'm going to be doing a giant cupcake with the mint on the bottom. So just because I kind of have an idea of eyeballing, just from experience, I guess, we are going to use the mint squeeze gel color. You can use any brand really. If you have the little other gel color, you can use that too. This just makes my life easier. So I'm just going to do 1 squeeze. I like to do 1 at a time. That kind of just shows the color. And then I'm just going to slowly let that mix in together. We're going to let that fully combine. I kind of just gradually let it mix in. You can see that mint color starting to come out. Looks so pretty. So I will come back. So it's turning out pretty lovely, as you can see here. But you can actually still see white. So remember how I said before, scraping is very important. So we're going to scrape all that, give it another whip and another mix, and I think it should be fine. So I've scraped it all down. It's not all clean, but you get the point. And let's mix. Really quick, kind of go to 2, then 4, then 6, that's 4, seconds just so I can fully combine what it's doing. You don't really see the white on the edges. That's the part that I kind of missed. I'll go to 8 one more time, whip it up really good, make sure the color is fully combined. And I said that probably like 10 times. So let's fill it down, and that is your mint. So pretty. It's time now to mix the pink one. So I spared you the cleaning part, so make sure your mixing bowl and your paddle is pristine because you don't want the mint color to mix with your pink. So I'm just using, this is a deep pink right here, just another squeeze gel. So I'm going to put my frosting in. I have about 2 cups here. I don't know if I'm going to use all 2 cups. I'll probably do 1.5 first, and we'll see. I don't know if I need that much pink. So I'm going to throw it in here, and then same process as the mint. I'm going to put a drop of pink first, probably add 2 drops at the initial part because I just know that I need that much to get the pink that I want. Okay, so let's start. So here we go. I put most of the frosting in there. I still left a little bit. We're going to put 2 drops of the pink in. So there's your 1, and there's your 2. I might need more. We'll see how it turns out. So let's start mixing. So it looks like that pink is probably what I want, and I'm just going to keep it at that pink, and I'll let it completely combine like I did with the mint. And that's your pink frosting. Just want to show you that I went ahead and did put the other in there because when I was scraping, it didn't seem like that much frosting in there, and I'm actually going to use the pink to pipe roses, and when you're piping roses you actually need a lot of frosting, so we're just going to mix this, okay? So here is the piping, so let me show you. Just putting in a regular bag like so. Oh my goodness. There you go. And the tip. Just going to clean that a little bit. Try to one hand. There you go. See how it's so easily pipeable? It's not that smooth because I'm just doing it with one hand. But you can kind of see how it's really just flows so nicely onto the cake. That's already crumb coated too. It's totally chocolate. Oh, love chocolate. And you just pipe. Just like so. Probably do 2 more here so you can kind of see. Bring it up. And we're just going to do 1 more. There you go. So that's the bottom of the cupcake. Voila! Let's do the roses. Okay, so I've already crumb coated the top, as you can see, and I have another video on piping roses, but we'll just do a couple of them really quick so you can see how easy it is and how awesome the frosting turned out. Voila! Here's your rose. So this concludes my frosting tutorial. Let's see how this turns out. But you see how it really turns out really, really beautifully for the piping. Yay! Hope baby likes it. See you next time.